Hello students, welcome to mathematics class. Students, this is part 3 of the chapter number system. In this part 3, we will go for understanding about rational numbers and what we have learnt in our 8th class about rational numbers. Students, you know rational numbers are defined as numbers of the form p by q, where p and q are integers and q not equal to 0, or we say q is non-zero number. And here, if you observe, this definition looks similar to the definition what we have got for fractions. And how do you find it similar? So, we learned that fraction is a number of the form p by q, where p and q are naturals. When it comes to the rational, that p by q form is called as rational when p and q are integers. Now, try to understand, children. I took an example of 2 by 5 when it comes to the fraction. Is this 2 by 5 a rational also as per this definition? Yes, is a rational number. Why it is a rational number? Because it is satisfying this condition or this definition. So, 2 by 5 is a fraction as well as a rational number. And do we have any special conditions for rational number? Yes, here p and q are integers and q not equal to 0. That means I will have a chance of taking negative number as the numerator or a negative number as the denominator, where this minus 2 by 3 is a rational number but not a fraction. Here 2 by 5 is a rational number and also a fraction, whereas minus 7 by 15 or 7 by minus 15 both are same. 7 by minus 15 comes as minus 7 by 15. It is only a rational number but not a fraction, because here minus 15 is not a natural number to call that as a fraction. Try to observe here, from this fractions are little more than 0 and whatever the numbers that we get, all positive numbers are called fractions, isn't it? Little more than 0. Fractions are little more than 0. But whereas rational numbers, you will get, they can be 0, it can be lies between biggest positive number and lies between smallest negative number. Means rational numbers lie between the negative numbers and positive numbers. I mean, it can be a number any one between minus infinity to plus infinity. That means rational numbers can be positive, can be negative, or they can be fulls. Yes, they can be full also. Let me take out this and write some other examples. Here as example, as I have taken 2 by 5, it can be minus 2 by 3, or it can be 7 by minus 15, it can be 1, 2, because 1, 2, they are all fractions with the denominator 1. So, it can be fulls also, it can be minus 1 by 1, minus 2 by 1, minus 3 by 1. Likewise, they can be fulls in the negative side also. And can it be 0? Rational number is 0? Yes, 0 is also rational number, because I can write it as 0 by 1, or I can write 0 by, let us say 5, 0 by any non-zero number, any non-zero number gives 0 only. Thus 0 is a rational number. Okay, 0 is a rational number. Remember children, this rational numbers can be positive, can be negative, or 0 also. It can be 0 also. As fractions are only positive, rationals can be positive, negative, and even 0. Remember, what happens if the denominator q becomes 0? That is the question comes. Let me explain you after you noting down examples. Okay, and this point, pause the screen, note down this, then I will go for continuing further about rational numbers. Children, now these rational numbers are represented with the letter q. Why these rational numbers are represented with the letter q? I explained you in your class 8, because the phrase ratio of all numbers, this is the word, or this is the phrase which made us to get the name rational numbers, ratio of all numbers. What is the meaning of ratio of all numbers? You consider any two numbers and take their ratio, you will get the numbers such as this. This ratio of any two numbers is actually another name for division operation. When A is divided by B, then only we call A is to B. That means it is another name for division operation. What is the result in division operation? So, result in the division is called quotient. So, the first letter of quotient is Q used to represent rational numbers set. Okay? Why? Because when we do ratio of any two numbers, that means we are finding quotient. Actually, you are finding quotient. When you are finding the quotient, then only you have a ratio of numerator to denominator, a ratio of antecedent to consequent. Here A is called antecedent, B is called consequent when it is written in ratio notation. But when it is written in fraction notation, this A by B form, then we call A as numerator, B as denominator. When this A is to B is represented as division operation, A is called dividend, B is called divisor. These are various names which you have already learnt. So, rational number set is represented with the letter Q because ratio of any two numbers is giving you quotient. Okay? And rational number set Q is represented like this, a number of the form P by Q where P and Q are integers and Q not equal to 0. Now, the question comes, when the denominator Q becomes 0, what happens? You know, children, any number, let us say 13 divided by 0, when you do, you are getting, dividing any number by 0, you are getting undefinable. Okay, in your lower class you learnt it as undefinable, or you might have learnt in 8th standard, when a big number, when a number is divided by 0, you will get a big number which is not possible to count. We called it as uncountable or infinite. Okay. So, we represent this infinite using the symbol like this. Already I have notation this used. So, this is infinity. So, any non-zero number divided by 0 gives uncountable or infinite. Okay. So, write down rational number set is represented by the letter Q, and set notation of rational number set is this one. Okay. After passing the screen, you can brief, you can write down whatever you want, reasons for calling it as rational numbers. Then here, when we have one point, when denominator is 0 and numerator is any non-zero number, that time we get infinity. Example, here is 13 upon 0 is infinity. And next, when it comes to the, what happens when both numerator and denominator are 0, that is 0 by 0, it is clearly undefinable, it cannot be defined, this is actually undefinable. When numerator and both denominator are 0, then we cannot call it as uncountable, it is definitely undefinable. Okay. So, you know, this is 1 and 2, and earlier you have learned that here 0 upon non-zero number is 0. Okay. So, note 1, note 2, non-zero number by 0 gives you uncountable. Third, 0 by 0 is undefinable. So, these are the 3 important notes which you have to write down passing the screen. Now, students, we will go for writing down some other important points of rational numbers. All fractions are rational numbers, but vice versa is not true. You can take 2 by 5 as a fraction as well as rational number, but minus 2 by 3 is only a rational number, not a fraction. You have already seen such example. Next, all whole numbers are rational numbers, but vice versa is not true. So, even whole numbers are also rational numbers, because 0 by 1, 1 by 1, 2 by 1, 3 by 1 and so on we can write. So, they are all whole numbers are all rational numbers, but vice versa is not true. You know, minus 2 by 3 is not a whole number. Then rational numbers are positive numbers and negative numbers, can be even positive as well as negative, and even 0. 0 is also a rational number. The set of fractions are also called as positive rational numbers. Set of fractions are called positive rational numbers. And how will be shown? It is shown with the letter Q plus. Positive rational numbers are shown with the rational number set notation Q and on top of it plus, which we call it as positive rational numbers. And all positive rational numbers will give the same numbers which are fractions. Okay. Now, moving on to the another important representation of these so far learnt numbers in the Venn diagram. Okay. Venn diagram of the so far learnt types of numbers. First, here I have got a well shape taken representing natural numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, this oval shape lies inside of another bigger oval shape called as whole numbers. Now, all the natural numbers along with this 0 called as whole numbers. This is the big oval shape containing this small oval shape. Now, there is another big oval shape containing both these two ovals called as integers, where integers will have all the whole numbers along with the negative form of these natural numbers. That is, negative form of 1 is minus 1, negative form of 2 is minus 2 and so on. So, this big oval shape contains the rest of the two small oval shapes. That means, all the integers will include whole numbers as well as natural numbers. Now, there is another bigger oval shape called as rational numbers, which contains these integers, in turn whole numbers and in turn natural numbers. So, rational number set is a bigger set containing all the integers, whole numbers and all natural numbers. So, it contains all these fraction forms also. Some of them are fractions and some are negative fractions, negative form of fractions, that is negative form of 1 by 2 is minus 1 by 2, negative form of 2 by 3 is minus 2 by 3 and so on. So, this is the Venn diagram of the rational numbers, integers, whole numbers and natural numbers. That is so far what we have learnt. Okay. Then we will move on to the further some questions on this rational numbers. Now, here, do you know that rational numbers do not have unique representation in the form of p by q? There are various numbers representing one and only one fellow. For example, 1 by 2 can also be represented as 2 by 4, 10 by 20, 20 by 50, 47 by 94 and so on. It is not necessarily this only. So, many rational numbers of the form p by q are all representing unique fellow 1 by 2. So, there is no unique representation for a one number. Let us now call these as equivalent rational numbers. They are all called equivalent fractions or equivalent rational numbers. So, rational numbers are fractions having same simplest form. You know, this 1 by 2 is called simplest form, and in rational numbers standard form. So, let me write standard here, standard form of a rational number. Do you know what is standard form of a rational number? Children, a rational number where p by q having both p and q being integers, belongs to integers, one condition. 2, q not equals to 0, this is second condition. 3, HCF of p and q is equals to 1. What do you call HCF of p and q? 1 means they cannot be further simplified. Okay. And another important condition, q being means denominator is only positive. So, this is the standard form of a rational number. A rational number is said to be in standard form when it is in the simplest form being positive denominator. So, it is in simplest form, means this 25 by 50 can be further simplified and brought into 1 by 2. Okay. So, this minus 47 by minus 94 can be further cancelled and brought it to 1 by 2. So, this 1 by 2 is the simplest form of these fractions. When we have HCF of both numerator and denominator, then only it becomes simplest form. And rational number can be negative also. If it is negative, for example, I have written 7 by minus 15, it is not in standard form because denominator is negative. How to bring it? This minus sign is taken up and written as minus 7 by 15. Now, this is said to be in standard form, and 7 by 15 cannot be further simplified. So, satisfying this condition. So, we call a rational number is in standard form when both numerator and denominator cannot be further cancelled or cannot be further simplified, and having denominator being positive. Okay. Now, when equivalent rational numbers are there, their simplest form or standard form is same. Okay. Two or more rational numbers with the same standard form will be called as equivalent rational numbers. Okay. Pass the screen, note down the definition of standard form of a rational number, example for that standard form of a rational number. This is an example. Okay. 25 by 50 is not in standard form. After bringing it into 1 by 2, then only it is in standard form. These two can be examples, and this is the definition of a standard form of a rational number. Condition 1, 2 comes automatically in the name in the definition of rational number, and this third and fourth are included now to call it as standard form. Children, note down. After that, I will continue with one or more point and wind up today's session. Here, I have typed this definition of a rational number when it is in standard form. We say that P by Q is a rational number assuming that Q naught equals to 0 and P and Q have no common factors other than 1, that is HCF of P and Q is 1, and that HCF of P and Q being 1 called also P and Q are co-prime. P and Q are co-prime. If P and Q have their HCF 1, then P and Q are called co-primes. Okay, this is another new name. If the HCF of any two numbers is 1, then the two numbers are called co-primes. Okay, you can note down that point. Moving on to the another important point. So, on the number line, among the infinitely many fractions equivalent to 1 by 2, we will choose only 1 by 2 to represent all of them. On a number line, suppose if I am showing 0, 1, in between them if I am taking 1 by 2, this 1 by 2 represents all these numbers. Okay. It represents 2 by 4 also, 10 by 20 also, 25 by 50 also, 47 by 94 also, 100 by 200 also, and 1 lakh by 2 lakh also. So, this is one point is enough to represent all those equivalent rational numbers. Is it clear? So, today's class we will wind up with this point. Tomorrow we will go for learning further about rational numbers and solve examples and exercise 1.1. Till then, take care of yourself. Jai Hind. Thank you.